Right, so I thought we'd cover this little video on us changing the brake pipes. Basically, they've got corroded as they go into the calipers on the front, and they've broken away when we're in the process of changing the calipers, which hopefully there'll be a video on us doing the new brake calipers on our MGmetre with the A series engine in as well. But I thought I'd cover this little video of us changing the brake pipes. The brakes on the A series Metros were a duo brake system, so it's quite an interesting one to do. So you actually got two brake pipes to each disc brake cylinder on the fronts, and the idea was that if one of the pipes had a failure, there would be a second pipe to give you at least some braking, hopefully, you know, at least half the braking you'd have under normal circumstances. This is where the master cylinder is on the Metros, and you'll see there's three pipes coming out. This one goes to the back, as the back is just a single brake pipe like normal brakes, but the fronts have these two pipes that come out, and they go down to these junctions here. So one pipe comes down to this junction, and then it splits off to driver's side and passenger side over there, and the other pipe coming out the master cylinder goes down to this junction, and then once again goes off to driver's and passenger side. And what we're going to be doing is changing the brake parts from this junction, going off to the driver and passenger side, and the same from this junction here. And if I just pan out from the engine, hopefully you can see roughly where they are on the bulkhead. We probably won't show us literally trying to thread all the pipes through and thread all these out, but what I thought would be interesting is to show you how we're going to make the brake pipes up with the special ends on our tool, and how those pipes look when we get them out, and having them all ready to fit to the brakes at the front. So yeah, hopefully we're going to show you that process, and we'll try and show you as much as possible. I thought I'd just show you how things are looking at the moment there before we replace those pipes, and hopefully I'll show you the damaged ends in a minute as well. Right, so if I come down to the passenger side, you'll see one has still got the union on, and one where it's snapped off. It's a little job to show, but hopefully we'll show you once we've got it off. But you can see how it's become corroded there, and when we've removed it, it's snapped off, and you'll see this isn't looking too good. And on the driver's side, although they've both remained on there, once again the pipe's beginning to twist and at the point of fracturing. So again, we want to change that before we do get any problems. So yeah, that's it all on the car, and then hopefully we'll show you the process of making the pipes up, putting the ends on, and putting it back in as well. Right, so we're just at the moment undoing the union on the brake pipe that we want to remove on that little junction. Very tight in there down there, but I think you can just roughly see it. I'm just having to steadily undo it. This is on the driver's side, and then we'll be then doing the same on the passenger side, and then we'll show you the pipes removed. Right, so we're just now removing or undoing the union on the pipe from that junction on the driver's side that actually goes off to the passenger side brake, and we've now got out that piece of pipe that went to the actual driver's side front caliper there. So once we've got it undone, it'll then be a case of unthreading that bit of pipe out that goes all the way over to the passenger side. Right, and I thought I'd also add that we had drain the brake fluid out when we originally removed the old calipers, which you know, if you were just changing the pipes, that would be part of it. These pipes have been not connected up for quite a time, so they've completely drained, but normally you'd probably still get some brake fluid dripping out, which is well worth having something ready, because you don't want that dripping on your paintwork. And also now we've got this out, even on this one that didn't break away, you can kind of see there where it's beginning to get corroded, and although strong, that's why we want to change them all, because you can see that setting in, and it's only going to be a matter of time before they all possibly could go. We're also going to be changing the flexi pipes that go down to the calipers as well, so hopefully we'll be able to show you those on as well as part of this video. And we're just continuing to remove that union just down there on the junction. Now undone the union on the junction that's on the passenger side for the pipe that actually goes down to the passenger side. So that's where it came from. Right, so you can see it's very similar to on the driver's side, and there, unlike on the driver's side, you can see that is where it has actually fractured and broke away, and is very, very corroded. So yeah, that really shows you the pipes and why we're changing it. So all we've got to do then on that side, just like the other side with this junction, if we can get in there, is then start removing the pipe that goes across to the driver's side brake, as we're removing the one that comes over from the driver's side to the passenger side. But as I say, hopefully we explained it earlier, kind of makes sense how these pipes run. Right, so although we're not covering exactly every little bit we're doing, I'm trying to cover any bits where there's sort of a stage that we can sort of show you. And what we've done is we're on the passenger side at that junction that we've shown before, and what we've had to do is remove this top pipe there, which goes back to the master cylinder, to get the little short pipe out that goes down to the passenger side front brakes. But what we're looking at doing is actually, now you can see a socket on there, is unbolting that junction. So we think it'd be easy to get the pipe out that's running there, that goes all the way over to the driver's side brake. We'll just remove that pipe with the whole junction, hopefully, because it is disconnected this side anyway. So hopefully we'll be able to pull it through and perhaps make it with a bit more space, and have a little better look at this junction as well. So we'll continue getting that out. So we've now removed that bolt, so that junction is free.
Should now come out.
And there's the bolt there, and it has got a spacer on it and quite a big washer. So we've got that out there. So that'll be a case of hopefully pulling that through and getting it out. And if it works okay, we may even do that on the other side, on the driver's side, where you can see that junction.
So those unions will clean up.
Right, so after a bit of fiddling, that pipe has come out. The main problem is it was threaded through one of these, but we got it out, and here's now a better look at the junction there, and hopefully we can clean that all up and work out our route of pipes and put it all back nice and clean and ready. We'll just leave it there, and what we'll try and do is get the other one off on the driver's side now, which is down there. Right, so what we're now doing is just removing the brake pipe from the master cylinder that goes down to that junction there, and that'll let us get that right out. And what we may even do then is replace even that main pipe from each junction, driver and passenger side, so all the pipes in the front have been renewed. But it'll certainly let us get it out and have a good look at it and a good clean of it as well. And that's the one on the driver's side removed. Yeah, just checking no fluid don't drip out. That just gives you a good little shock. You don't normally get a good view at one of these because they're always stuck behind the engine right down there in the dark normally. So yeah, that's that removed. We'll probably remove the other pipe that run from the master cylinder over to the passenger side while we're here as well. And that's that pipe out there, and what we'll probably do is try and lay them out away from the car, just to get our minds round the routes they take. But obviously we'll be using the flexible type, so we'll have a little bit more freedom to move them into place and bend them in a way that's going to work with those new pipes. So yeah, that's it all out now. Right, so now we've got the brake pipes off the car, we thought we'd lay them out to let you see them, how they look on the bulkhead of the car, but without all the sort of engine and other stuff in the way. We found it useful, so thought it was worth just filming this and showing it. What we've done is got up here where the master cylinder would sit, and then you can trace the pipes down, and you trace this one down to the junction that sits on the driver's side, and that then splits off to the driver's side down here, and off to the passenger side right over here. And then we've got again the pipe coming from the master cylinder, but this time going over to the passenger side junction, and then going back off to the driver's side, and you can follow it round to the passenger side. So you can sort of see the dual brake system and how each junction goes off to either side of the dual braking system. So the idea is if you get a leak in this set of pipes, one of those pistons within the caliper should still be working from the opposite feed. So you've got duo feeds to each system, which is quite a clever system for the Metre, and I think it was used on some other cars as well. But yeah, it's nice to see how it was done away from the car, and also you can now hopefully in better light away from the car see where the pipe had failed, and how the others are not looking too great either. So we thought it's going to be a good opportunity to change all of this pipe, and hopefully we'll be able to show you us putting on the relevant ends and bending it all to size as well. So yeah, hopefully that's give you just a little bit better look on how those pipes were laid out, and you can even pause the picture and sort of trace them round and see how the dual braking system works from the master cylinder down to each caliper. And of course this here is where the little bracket is under the wheel arch, and from there you've got the flexible pipes going off to that dual caliper there. Right, so we're now going to be making up the ends of our brake pipes. You may remember we've been doing a lot of cleaning, so it's been a while since we were last filming this section, but everything's cleaned up and we're now at a stage where we can make the new pipes, of course, to replace these old ones. We've already got one there and we've done that, so we can show you both ends. So you've got this type of end there, which is curving in. Yeah, you can see that nice and clearly, and I think that's an OP2, and this is the special tool that makes that end, or the sort of jig I suppose you could call it, that makes that end. And then you've also got the OP1 end, which that's the jig for that, and that is that end, and you can see that's completely the opposite to this end here. And what we're going to hopefully do is show you the sort of tool that makes those ends, that these jigs are used to do that. So we thought we'd start off by showing you those two ends and how we've already got a nice length of pipe all ready to replace. I think the ends can be different, so you've just got to look at what end you need or what end was used on your car and then replicate it on the pipe that you're replacing. So as you can see, this bit of pipe hasn't been done, so if you needed that sort of end, then you would then get the right jig out and make that end so your pipe match the original one. And then of course you've got these ends on, and you'll need them on before you make both ends, because once both ends are made up, they're not going to slide over, so you've got to have them on the length of pipe ready.
We've used a brake pipe cutter,
yeah,
so it cuts square.
Yes, as you can see, there's the cutter, and really it's a smaller version of like a sort of a plumber's cut that we've got there, but that is like the one that will do the really small diameter pipes, which the brake pipes are. I'm going to deburr anything out the end there, and that's so it's clear, and also the tool itself isn't damaged either. Right, so there's lots of different versions of this tool. This is the one that we like to use if we're doing it completely on the bench. I think there is another tool even we've got if you're having to do it on the car, but if you have got the chance to do it away from the car, then this is the sort of tool we prefer to use. So that's all been deburred out, and then you've got to find the jig that you want, as it were.
Right, union on.
Yes, we've put that end on. Yeah.
Make sure that fits it without being stiff, because they break off very easily and you will absolutely love it then.
Yeah, because that's the end of the tool. Especially if it's an old tool, you're not going to get replacement parts for it.
Pipe clamps. 316, which is what this is.
Yeah, so that's relevant to the pipe you're using. So that's the diameter of the pipe we've got.
Right, and with this one you just want that pipe protruding a little amount.
Yeah, so hopefully get it to focus. Yeah, you can see there that it's just sticking out just above the surface of that part of the tool.
Right, it's just to push it into the jaws. That's all. Just check it's still sticking out the right amount.
So that's kind of an alignment part of the jig really before you put in the proper end.
This is to keep the chuck locked. There's your OP1.
Yep.
Guide it in gently, that's it.
Yeah, so just guiding that very little end into the inner diameter of the pipe. So it's almost like making a mould really, only you're pressing that shape into it from the two sides of this moulded tool.
You can see, just about see that in there now.
Yes, you can see that in there.
There it is.
And hopefully there you can roughly just about see that end as I move it around there. You can see that end is now formed and ready to use. Right, so if you now look, this is the bit that we're putting that pipe into. So that is the end of that OP1. So you can see that's almost got that, yeah, you can see there, the shape there mirrors the shape that we've made on the end of that
and then
pipe.
that would screw into there, like that.
Yeah, so now you can see there that is fitted in there and ready for the next part of the pipe to be made up. Right, so you've seen the OP1. What we're going to do now is just do the similar process of getting the pipe set and ready in the jig to then do the OP2 end on it. So we thought we'd cover both ends, and then more or less it'll be a case of us getting the right lengths of pipe to mirror all our pipes over there, all with the right ends, either the OP1 or the OP2, depending on what we need. And as we said, that would be, you know, kind of unique to whatever you're doing, to mirror what was there before. Right, so again we're effectively lining up the jig and the pipe into that jig, ready to press into it the OP2 end that we want. That's okay. So then we can remove the alignment end, ready to put in the OP2 end that we want to press into the end of the pipe, the shape we want, so it will then correspond to the relevant end that you're putting it in on the car or onto these splitter pipes. Right, so I thought we'd just show before we make the OP2 the end that it's going to be going into. This is going to be going into the flexible pipe that goes down to the caliper, and of course there's normally two of these on the Metro, so we thought we'd then show you that end there that will go on to, which will finish up like this one here. Yeah, so you can see that there, and hopefully, yeah, you can see how they fit there, and when that's then done up, it almost pressure fits that on and makes a nice seal. Yeah, like that, so you can see that there. So yeah, we'll now go on and make that piece with a tool. Right, so first we've got to put the OP1 tool, or part of the tool, to initially make the pressing, then you put the second one in to make that end complete.
Right, he's put the OP1 in there.
Yeah.
Now we're going to put the OP2 in. Now you can see.
Ah, yeah, you can clearly, hopefully, see the difference between the OP1 and then the OP2 going in to make that different end. Yeah, so where you can see there's the end we want it to go on, and there is the end we've just made, just like we showed you in the example piece. And there's the fit ready for when we actually fit it to the car. And now you've got both ends on, which you've seen us do, and also we showed you initially the ends on that piece of pipe we'd already done. Of course, there'd be more for us to make up. Then all you need to do is roughly then bend them into the shape that you had before. Probably there will be little bits of areas you'll have to work or slightly bend when fitting it into the car, but if you've got that rough shape, it certainly makes the start of things a little bit easier, because these are the solid pipe, whereas we're using the pipe that's
Some
bendable.
pipes are quite flexible to bend if you're careful, or you can use a bending jig like that.
Yeah, to bend the pipe. So again, it'll just be what's going to work for you and what sort of bends you need in particular situations.
Like that, and then you can wind it up and it will put a bend in the pipe for you.
And probably the main advantage of a pipe bender is you're less likely to kink it, but if you're working with the pipe and careful, you hopefully shouldn't do that anyway. So yeah, all we're going to do now is you follow your way around steadily, sort of manipulating and bending the pipe into the shape you need. And what we do is slowly go around and do that. And actually, while we're here, these are some we took off of one of our older Metros as spares and templates. And you see how nice, once they're cleaned up, they come up to how they were originally. So that's quite a nice contrast there. So we're going to get on, bend the pipes into place, and then when we've got them all ready, we'll be able to move on to the next stage, which we'll show you. Right, so you might be wondering how we actually measured the pipe, because if your pipe is off a roll or straight and this is all bent round, then technically it's going to be a lot longer. So like ours is on a roll there, so you're going to need to measure the pipe, which we'd already done. We thought we'd show you this while we were sort of covering it. What we used is a piece of wire and then bent that along the shape of the pipe to give us a rough idea of the length. Again, you certainly don't want it too short, but you don't want it overly too long. It's going to be a job to fit in the place that it originally went in, but it's probably to be safer to allow yourself a little bit of extra room over having it cut too short. You then pull your bit of wire out straight. You can go along your straight bit of pipe, and you've got your little marker pen there, and then you can mark that on your pipe and then cut it with the pipe cutter that we've got. So yes, that's how we got to the length. So we thought, showing all that, we'd just cover that on the end of this video. So yeah, hopefully that's a good visual representation of us making up the right ends, getting the pipe bent, and cutting the pipe as well. So yeah, here's a pipe cutter there, and it is very similar, or is really the same as a plumber's pipe cutter, only this is able to do this very small diameter of pipe.
Keep winding it in.
And there's your pipe cut, and then what we do is deburr that as we did before, and start the process with that pipe. So yeah, as we were before, just deburring out the end, so that the actual tool will go on the end easily, and also not be damaged as well by that end. Right, so we've now got a full length made up, so if we just show you the old one and how our new one is following the shape the best we can get it, and then that will allow us to get it into place roughly there, and sort of manipulate any little bits that need doing. And I thought it was just nice to show the two bits together, the old and the new. Right, so we've now got all our brake pipes, as you see us making, just laid out over the top of the car, and we're just starting to fit them in. And of course it's give us an opportunity to get everything clean and painted down there behind the brake pipes, which you normally cannot get to. It's certainly very difficult to do. And what we're going to do is slowly get them in place. I'm not going to film just getting them in place, but hopefully we can cover some stages as we connect them in. So we'll get on with getting them into a rough place before we fully start connecting them in. Right, so we've now got the two biggest runs roughly sitting in the rough sort of position, and we've got those initial holding points in there. And what we're doing at the moment is putting in some extra little plastic clips that we got, so we'll be able to clip the pipes in so they're a little bit more secure. So that's kind of where we are. And of course we've got some of these shorter runs yet still to feed in. Yeah, so what we're steadily doing is just putting the clips in now, and the good thing with this pipe is flexible enough that you can roughly manipulate it as long as you don't bend it and damage it into the sort of places that you want. And we're just slowly, once we've got them all in rough place, then we're steadily manipulate them and get them exactly as we want them. Right, so that's what we're doing, as you can see here. Then just going to clip that in, and actually these little clips we've got are quite nice. They're just ones we got online, a generic brake pipe clip. Well, they're actually really well built, so they seem to be working very, very well. And what we've also done is use them almost floating just in places to keep the brake pipes from ever rubbing or knocking together when the car's running as well. So yeah, they seem to have been a fairly good thing to do. Yeah, I hope you can see just down there where we've done that as well, and along there. Yeah, so there they are, the clips. So yeah, you can see they've almost got a little double bit of plastic and then a hole through them, so you can bolt them through, or yeah, use a little bolt and hold them in. So yeah, we've found these really nice standardised clip. It'll be useful in the future for us as well. Right, so we've now got all the pipes roughly in the places we want them, and we've now got everything tightened up, and we've got the plastic clips in the places. I think originally there was one clip here, and we've now got two clips. So I think we're more or less kind of at the end of this job. Now obviously we've got a lot more removed than perhaps you'd have, and we've got the calipers removed because we were halfway through changing them. So when we started this job they were already removed, so I thought this is a good place to finish this, and hopefully it's been of interest to you. We've covered from those original pipes, which are just over here, and they were completely rusted away there. I think you can just about see that there. Yeah, they were completely rusted away, broken and looking very corroded, all the way to having the nice new pipes there and everything cleaned up and put back into place. A job to show you all that. It was kind of sort of the fiddly job you'd imagine. We had them roughly bent into shape from the original ones, which you can never fully get them the same because they are a metal pipe that are bent into shape at the factory, but we got them as close as we could, and then you kind of have to manipulate them round to fit them in the best way you can. It certainly helped us having all the manifold and carburettor removed to get in there, and what we've now got is them ready there to fit to the calipers. Slightly probably longer than you need, but we wanted some access there, so there's flexibility as well. And again, we'll have to sort out when we come to putting the calipers back, but they're all there ready for us now to do. And as I say, hopefully it's been a good visual reference of us changing those parts, because it's probably not something that you normally have to completely do, or certainly not to a car's getting quite a lot older, change all these. And hopefully it's been interesting you us showing you putting all the ends on of the pipes as well. As always, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to check out other videos we're doing. Hopefully we may cover other videos of us doing some more on the brakes.